Yo, I'm just Lorenzo. And I've always believed you should keep your friends close. But more importantly, you should keep your enemies even closer. And I think it's time we got to know your enemy in Hitman. Let's get stuck in. The enemy in Hitman are collectively part of a secret organization known as Providence. Providence is an extremely powerful shadow government that controls all of the world's affairs, having influential operatives all over the globe. However, due to unforeseen circumstances, these influential operatives have now become Agent 47's targets. And we all know what that means. It means it's time to meet and defeat the operatives of Providence.
The target was KALVIN Ritter, infamous cat burglar, also known as the Sparrow.
Huh. Impressive. Not a man of simple taste, that KALVIN Ritter.
Saw this painting in original Gorka.
Shit! Ah!
Target was Jasper Knight, a famous US chess master exposed as a Soviet spy. So does...
Okay, Mr. Knight. Climb in the cockpit, please.
All right. Easy. One step at a time.
Step 1. Strap yourself in.
Okay. All strapped in.
Step 2. Locate the ejector seat handle.
Yes, found it.
Step 3. Pull the ejector seat handle.
Right. Here it goes. Pull.
Target down. You did it. Now head towards an exit.
Oh my god, did that just happen? That shit was definitely not part.
Targets are sanguine owner Viktor Novikov, a former oligarch turned fashion mogul. The Sanguine show will be swarming with security, and Viktor Novikov will be the focus of everyone's attention. But despite his posturing, he is merely the money man.
Couldn't have done this. My finest collection, without you. You should take the stage this evening. Naturally, I refused.
And his partner, DALIA Margolis, a retired supermodel, an iconic power couple on the global fashion scene, and two of the most dangerous people in the world. The real target is DALIA Margolis. Beautiful and brilliant, she is a master manipulator and the true brains behind Iago. Both targets are down. Very good. Now head towards an exit. Silvio CARUSO, a brilliant but troubled bioengineer employed by the Ether Biotech Corporation. Renowned for his early stem cell research, Caruso is now reportedly working on a far more disturbing project.
You're it.
Your mother was a monster. Is that not why you killed her?
What? How dare you?
You couldn't breathe. She smothered you, so you smothered her. Is that how it happened?
Yes! All right. I did it. I did it. Are you happy now? Is that supposed to be cathartic? Well, guess again, Doctor. Back to the drawing board.
I think we have made some excellent progress. Same time tomorrow? Good.
Target down. Next up, Francesca DeSantis. To deal with Caruso's lab head, Francesca DeSantis, a high-level ether employee and cutthroat corporate climber who holds intimate knowledge of Caruso's research and could potentially carry on in his place.
I've got to find the toilet.
Target down. Next up, Silvio Caruso. Your targets are private banker Klaus Strandberg, and Strandberg, a former bank CEO who stole billions of dollars worth of savings from the Moroccan people, was facing trial for investment fraud. But early this morning, a band of heavily armed mercenaries freed Strandberg from his prison transport, resulting in the death of several police officers. Strandberg now takes refuge at his native Swedish consulate, in front of which crowds of angry protesters have gathered, demanding his handover to Moroccan authorities.
All within the confines of the law. So
Good. How do you mean?
Target down. Next up, REZA ZAYDAN. An army general, REZA ZAYDAN, two of the conspirators in a sinister plot to overthrow Morocco's fragile government. We believe General ZAYDAN orchestrated Strandberg's escape to infuriate the public and spark nationwide riots, allowing ZAYDAN to impose martial law. Operating out of a field HQ at a nearby abandoned school, he will no doubt use the riots to depict the Rabat government as weak and inept, and persuade the general staff to support a fully fledged military coup in the name of national security.
Time to decide. What should I do? But don't tell me you're sleeping, Syed. Plenty of time for that, I'm sure.
Target down. Move on to Klaus Strandberg. Main target is Jordan Cross, the lead singer of The Class, a renowned indie rock outfit recording their highly anticipated sophomore album. But this millennial poster boy harbors a dark secret. 1 year ago, promising young actress Hannah Highmore fell to her death from Cross's penthouse loft in Dumbo, New York. According to the police, Miss Highmore's death was a tragic accident, but her parents remain unconvinced. They firmly believe that Cross murdered Hannah and only escaped justice due to the power and influence of his father, billionaire media mogul Thomas Cross.
Going solo?
Yeah, that's the plan. I could use a solid drummer.
A hired gun, not a partner. Someone who does the job without getting noticed.
Oh. So you're interested?
It's what I do.
Great, yeah. Oh, mull it over. Talk to your people if you have any. You can decide when we get back to New York. Good talking to you, Abe.
Target down. Next up, Ken Morgan. A secondary target, Ken Morgan, corporate fixer and attorney to the Cross family, is also staying at the hotel. Cunning and unscrupulous, Morgan was a key agent in the cover-up of Hannah Highmore's murder and Jordan Cross's subsequent acquittal. Target down. Now on to Jordan Cross. Registered target, Sean Rose, Australian environmental terrorist and explosives expert, wanted for a series of public bombings. Rose was spotted near the scene of Thomas Cross's kidnapping, which makes him our prime suspect for the Shadow Client. Sean Rose confirmed down. Nicely done, 47. Members. Ezra Berg, retired Mossad interrogator. Penelope Graves. Ezra Berg has been eliminated. Good work, 47. Penelope Graves, former Interpol anti-terror analyst.
That militia guy. It looked clean. Changed clothes at JFK and again at Denver International. Charred the pass. What?
Graves is down. Excellent work, 47. And finally, Maya Parvati, former assassin and gunrunner for the Tamil Tigers.
Team's overall performance was passable. Good speed and accuracy, but coordination needs to improve. The point is to build up muscle memory. A perfect sequence of synchronized motion. You need to be able to pull this off sleeping.
Passable. Your point man was spectacular. He'd make an excellent assassin.
Hey!
That's all targets taken care of, 47. Now gain access to the tornado shelter. You also need to eliminate Yuki Yamazaki, a Tokyo lawyer who works for Providence. Sodas has already given Yamazaki access to our client records and has agreed to provide a full list of active ICA operatives post-operation. This transaction cannot be allowed to happen.
Let us begin with upward-facing dawn when you're ready. Fluid movement. Very good. Now, transition into Lord of the Dance. Remember to breathe throughout. Warrior 2 pose. Core. Strength. Stay there for a while. changing sides. Be strong. And finally, tree pose. This one is tricky. Find a good spot for it.
Now, this is a view to die for.
Target down. Now it's time for sodas to retire. Good morning, 47. The board has sanctioned Eric Soda's for termination. After Colorado, we did some digging into Soda's private affairs and discovered that he has been fast-tracked for critical heart surgery at the hyper-exclusive Gama Private Hospital in Hokkaido, Japan. Such a display of power has Providence written all over it. Sodas, who suffers from a rare condition known as situs inversus, where his internal organs are reversed, desperately needs a right-sided heart transplant and has clearly betrayed the ICA to get it. He was admitted last night and is currently being prepped for a 3-day surgery. Sodas must pay for his treachery, and his insidious employers must be taught a lesson. ICA's sovereignty is at stake. Soda's down. To be honest, I'm not sure what to feel about this one. Well, that's for another time.
Thanks for sticking around and getting to know your enemy straight out of Hitman. Don't forget to hit me up and subscribe to my channel for more enemy meet and defeat action. And remember, here, it's game time all the time.